StampnStorage presents Crafted Spaces. In this exclusive video series, we will take you inside beautiful studios from across the United States. First, you'll get expert advice for improving your craft area and designing your own dream studio. Later in the series, we'll take you on guided tours of the rooms we visited that were definitely crafted spaces.
Crafting a dream studio requires a lot of expertise. How do you assemble a craft room dream team? So you want to prepare your own dream studio? Well, you're probably going to need some help along the way. In this episode, we'll talk about finding the perfect team to make your dream studio a reality, and meet the folks that Mary Fish and Keisha Charles worked with when planning their craft rooms.
It's very important to keep in mind those people that are going to help you with the space.
If someone is thinking about a major project like what you see here, which would include, a complete build out, cabinetry, countertops, there are a number of different types of professionals that they can turn to.
You're going to need an electrician, you're going to need a good carpenter if you can't do those things yourself.
The team that helped me create the studio came together, I guess, somewhat organically. My friend Nerissa and I, we've been friends for about 32 years. I utilize her as a sounding board. She's my voice of reason.
Keisha worked with Artisan Custom Closets. Rachel and Vicky brought lots of experience to the project. It is also helpful for Keisha that her friend Nerissa is a registered architect.
Since this is a crafting space, you're going to need a lot of storage, and so to hire specialty company that focuses in cabinetry work that can do both the layouts and the installation will help you to have a clean process through this development of the crafting room, and you'll be able to see and see the project develop as you go along. And so I think that's vital. Hire the right people to do the right jobs so that you will have a good end product in the end.
You may think of your room as a crafter in a very personal way, but it's also very helpful to get recommendations from a professional as to other ways that you can utilize the space and even make you a lot more functional than you are now. The most important thing in the craft room was storage. I decided to look for a company that could accommodate the specialized storage needs that I was going to have. And I found Artisan. I selected them based on the interview. Not just me interviewing them, but probably the most important thing to me was their interview of me and my needs and what the space would require. That showed me a level of interest and engagement in the project, that they were focused on customizing it to my needs.
Artisan Custom Closets design, manufactures, and installs custom storage solutions in people's homes as well as in commercial spaces. So our mission is really to work with the client, determine what the best use of their space is, what they're trying to accomplish, and then provide them with cabinetry that is customized to suit their needs and their budget.
Artisan Custom Closets really brought to life all of my ideas, and they actually did two-dimensional and three-dimensional renderings of the space, so that once I had explained what my needs were, I could have a direct visual as to how that would, be pulled together in this space. The last thing I would say that Artisan did for me, and they did very well, was that they had an extremely high patience level. We returned to the 2D and 3D renderings time and time again. We switched things around. We made minor changes. We made things half an inch wider and a quarter of an inch shorter, and all these little tweaks. And we did that time and time again until we got to a finished product that we felt really comfortable with.
Keisha worked with a closet company for her storage, whereas Mary Fish worked with a traditional cabinet company.
I started exploring places like Lowe's and Home Depot, and I happened to call a woman by the name of Carol Bradley who did interior kitchen design, and I feared that perhaps they couldn't do my first spot on a budget. But she did. She's a fellow crafter. We spoke the same language. She knew how important it was for me to have great organization and something that's really pretty to enjoy that creativity within.
Interior Innovation's mission statement is to create an interior for the client that suits their needs and their wants, to provide them with a means to create their dream. When I first met with Mary, it was about 4 years ago, and we created an art studio for her then. And when she bought this new home, she decided to make a bigger and better studio. So she met me at my showroom, and she brought with her fairly detailed plans of what she wanted. So we discussed those plans and how they would work with the products that she had and the desires that she wanted to create. And we sat down, picked out cabinets, colors, looked at lighting, color schemes, and proceeded from there.
Carol Bradley helped me design the space by sitting down with me, looking at my little roadmap of, here's everything that I have, Carol. I want to have a spot for each thing. And these things I'd like to have closer to me because I use them the most, but I still want plenty of storage for those things that I want to tuck aside. So we sat down together. I showed her how much space I needed and where, and she turned it into, with her fabulous computer programs, and turned it into a space that truly had built-in cabinets and reflected my sense of style.
Besides the help you'll need creating the very beautiful exterior of your studio, you'll need help taking care of what's behind the walls too.
Two other elements that I would recommend for somebody doing a craft room, whether it's in an existing home or you're redoing your basement, is for a crafting space, is to highly recommend this, to get a licensed contractor who has the expertise to do construction of a high quality. It's important. It will help you to keep within your budget. It will also allow you to get a clear understanding of what the end product will be.
So if you are looking at an unfinished space and you're looking at creating something new in the space, it would be important to bring all your subcontractors, your flooring, your lighting, your cabinetry, your electrical, plumbing if it's relevant, into the project together so that the whole thing can be done as a whole, united, as opposed to trying to fix it later.
If you live in the Atlanta or Tucson areas, Artisan Custom Closets and Interior Innovations could be a great option for you and your studio. But what if you're outside of those areas?
There are closet companies throughout the United States who could provide the kinds of services that we do. If you're looking for that type of service, one place that you could look is the National Association of Professional Organizers. This is actually a broader group that would provide both individuals who can just come in and help you organize what you already have, as well as put you in touch with closet companies who could do a full remodel for you. Another place to look, a reputable place, would be services like Angie's List. We are represented there, as well as many other professional closet companies. House, House.com. You'll see a lot of different closet companies on that site, and you'll be able to view their work and also get some good ideas about the kinds of things that you might want to incorporate into your system.
So what did you think? Join in on the conversation on our social media channels, which are linked here on the screen. Check out the next episode to find out how to best clean out craft room clutter when you prepare for your new space. If you're new to the series, be sure to watch the previous episodes. Don't forget to subscribe to our blog so you can hear about the new episodes to come. Thank you for watching Crafted Spaces, presented by StampnStorage. StampnStorage. Organize your craft, unleash your creativity.